sick here in this environment. The
Really?
spacecraft is, yeah, bobbing around in the ocean, and their neurovestibular system's all messed up from being in space for 10 days. It is actually a concern when I was involved with the design as a representative from the crew office for Orion, and that's actually a big concern.
Yeah, sometimes they wait till the sea state is pretty steady, but even then, once you splash down, you do get some bobbing. You've already got something akin to like vertigo, and so it could be made. It can make it worse.
So is that so? People have been on boats and they come back and they sort of feel sometimes like they're still on a boat. Dr. Evans, is that what it feels like? Like, what is it for the first couple of days? What do you feel like in your head?
Well, everything. You feel like you're upright, but then your body is not upright. You will end up falling.
Really?
So you do feel like
You mean
you're
if you
still.
try to stand? You mean you're lying down? You feel like you're upright, or you're up?
Well, if you're laying down, you'll feel like the room is spinning almost, and that's what I felt initially, like the room is spinning.
So it's like vertigo.
Yeah, very much so. But these guys, they've been down for 10 days. They still feel it in their body. They, for maybe a day or two, they'll have that feeling. Hopefully they won't tip over or anything like that, but it goes away relatively fast.
It's important to underscore here, though, everything that went right, sort of an hour and a half of event after event after event when it came to this reentry is what was described by the flight director during one of the press conferences last night, and even the sea swells are pretty low at this point. They said for days, NASA has been saying the weather is go, everything is good. It's a really quite big high pressure system there off the coast of San Diego. Things are relatively placid out in the Pacific Ocean, which is aiding in this recovery. Although, of course, things like this comms issue crop up, and there's not much you can do about it. It seems like they're doing the low-tech relay it through Houston to get to the people just outside of the spacecraft. Not convenient, but necessary. NASA and this crew made this mission look very, very easy. This stuff is really hard.
Really?
It's incredibly complex, and just the engineering that went into the spacecraft and the rocket ship SLS is stuff operating at extremes of temperature and pressure, navigating all the way to the moon, successfully back, hitting the atmosphere at 35 times the speed of sound. It's an incredible achievement. And in this case, I mean, they did a great job, and things went very, very smoothly. Makes it look easy.
Senator Kelly, you posted on social media yesterday something that I want to read to our viewers. You said somewhere out there, a kid is watching this mission who might be inspired to study science and engineering and one day be the first person to walk on another planet. That's one of the reasons why space exploration matters and why Artemis II matters.
Yeah, I was that kid in between, really for the second half of the Apollo missions. I was in kindergarten when Neil Armstrong first stepped foot on the moon. My brother remembers it. My mom said I fell asleep on the floor, so I missed it. But I do remember the later Apollo missions, and it really inspired me, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to be the first person to go to Mars. I think that person is alive today.
Really?
I think so. I think it might be a kid out there. It could be somebody in college right now.
Communications between Integrity and the recovery team that is basically standing by very close to the spacecraft. We're going to go to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha, where Megan Cruz is standing by with Administrator Jared Isaacman.
Hey, Rob, yeah, just such an honor to be able to be here on the ship, to be able to share and experience this moment with everyone together. And of course, as you just said, yes, here with NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. Administrator, how did you feel getting to witness this and seeing NASA at its best?
No, I mean, I'm honestly, I'm still at a loss for words. I mean, like the childhood Jared right now can't believe what I just saw. I mean, almost been waiting my whole lifetime to see this, and then as NASA administrator, I just couldn't be more proud of the entire workforce, the years, the effort, the late nights, all the hard work from across the country that contributed to this incredible moment right now. And yeah, incredibly grateful too for our teams here on the John P. Murtha right now.
Yeah, look at the risers here.
Got everybody. What do you guys think? We just brought some astronauts back from the moon, huh? sailors that are here, the NASA teams. I mean, this is a joint effort that's on their way right now. These recovery forces are getting out to our Orion spacecraft, to Integrity, get our astronauts back on the ship safely.
Yeah, and this is not just an accomplishment for NASA. This is an accomplishment for humanity. Again, a historic mission to the moon and back. How does this make you feel, and what do you hope people take away from this?
Well, I'll tell you, I think about the crew members that we've all had an opportunity to observe over the last 10 days, right? I mean, they're absolutely professional astronauts. I mean, wonderful communicators, almost poets. But then I think these were the ambassadors from humanity to the stars that we sent out there right now. And I can't imagine a better crew than the Artemis II crew that just completed a perfect mission right now. So, yes, it's a huge moment for everybody, right? I mean, we are back in the business of sending astronauts to the moon, bringing them back safely, and to set up for a series more. I mean, this is not a once in a lifetime, which you hear sometimes around here. It's like, this was a once in a lifetime. No, it's not. This is just the beginning. We are going to get back into doing this with frequency, sending missions to the moon until we land on it in 2028 and start building our base.
Yeah, are we going to build on the momentum for Artemis III? I mean, it's just around the corner.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's, Artemis II, like, I can't wait to get the crew off of Integrity right now, but also getting Integrity back on this ship so we can start taking a look at it, because all that data is so precious to us right now. I mean, we are going to definitely want to take a good look at the thermal protection system. We're going to want to download all the data they couldn't transmit back to us and use that to inform Artemis III. But we're already making progress, right? You had SRB segments already showing up at KSC. Core stage for Artemis III is rolling out on April 20th. We're getting Mobile Launcher 1 back in vehicle assembly building. So yes, there is a lot to celebrate right now on a mission well accomplished for Artemis II, and at the same time, we got to start getting ready for 3.
Amazing. And last question, for people who joined us for all 10 days to see what we can accomplish together with our international partners, what do you think about the fact that we're going to keep doing this more and more and more?
It's incredibly exciting. I mean, yes, it's the contributions, like the best and brightest across the NASA workforce from across the country, our industry partners, our international partners. We had Canadian Space Agency astronaut on board in Jeremy. We had the European service module. And you think, in the days leading up this launch, I mean, 48 hours prior to launching Artemis II, I was meeting with the Italian Space Agency. We signed a memorandum of understanding to build a habitation module on the moon. I mean, you have countries, all of our allies and partners coming together saying, we are committed to this effort. We are returning to the moon. We're doing it to stay. We are building that enduring presence. We are going to master the skills on the surface of the moon so someday we can undertake missions to Mars. It's just an incredibly exciting time, and we're not going at it alone. We're bringing everybody along with us.
Absolutely. And speaking of everyone, one more time, we're going to ask the crew here, you guys ready to land on the moon?
A lot of excitement there. I want to check in with Randy Kay at the Johnson Space Center in Houston as we continue to watch these incredible images of this capsule and waiting for the first sight, obviously, of these remarkable astronauts. Well, what's the mood like there?
Oh, Anderson, there's a whole lot of relief here at Johnson Space Center and a whole lot of cheering going on when they established contact here in Mission Control. They in Houston, they cheered when you heard Integrity say Integrity copies, and then reporting from Commander Reed Weissman that there were 4 green crew members saying that they were all good and well, and they as they went through reentry, there was just incredible feeling of relief, and just to think about this mission, Anderson, nearly 695,000 miles around the moon. I mean, just absolutely remarkable. It's just a great sense of relief because there were a lot of questions about that heat shield, of course, and so there's just a lot of celebration here, Anderson.
Yeah, and we were hearing from the administrator, they're obviously going to be looking very closely at this version of that heat shield to see how it did, to see any improvements that need to be made. Randy, appreciated it. We'll talk to you throughout the night. I want to go to CNN's Alex Michelson at Naval Base San Diego. Alex, obviously a very successful event tonight.
Yeah, and a lot of celebration here as well. We heard some people clapping when this finally came down, and now the work that the folks here at the Naval Base San Diego have been training for and preparing for over a year. What we're looking at, the live picture there right now, you see what has been inflated. They call this the front porch, and essentially there's divers who are doctors who are trained in the Navy who are going to be the first people to greet the astronauts and give them a checkup on board, make sure they're okay. Are they coherent? Are they able to communicate with them? Go through sort of a basic medical checkup to then be able to diagnose that they are safe to get on the helicopter and head back to the USS John P. Murtha, which we've been also seeing those live pictures from. Now, all indications so far is that the crew is in excellent health, which is obviously great news. But once they're aboard the Murtha, they're going to go through even more medical checks. Each one of them assign their own doctor there, their own medical suite, to make sure that they're okay after this grueling process of going literally to the moon and back, and now going through this re-entry process as well. The folks here have been training for this process for over a year. The Murtha has been out there for days getting ready for this. The Murtha about 5 miles away from where that capsule came down. They knew the exact spot that the capsule would come down. And eventually, once the astronauts are taken off of that capsule, the Murtha will move towards the capsule and then take the capsule back itself, Anderson.
Alex, thanks very much. Back with our team who's monitoring this. Dr. Garrett Brinkman, I want